5 tips to make sure you get the most pro footage out of your Canon M50. So the first tip has nothing to do with video at all. Actually, it has everything to do with audio. Basically, it boils down to this. Your video quality could be superb, outstanding, expensive camera, but if your audio sucks, people are gonna click off of the video. If it's muffled, if there's too many distractions in the background. The microphone that I use a lot is called a Takstar. You mount it on top of the camera, it's gonna pick up the audio and it's gonna reject all the audio in the back and in the sides because it's a shotgun microphone and it's directing itself right in the front. Now in certain situations, that's not gonna work though, because you're gonna be in situations like, for example, like I am now, where you wanna move around, you see? I can move around freely right now, I can do what I wanna do, and the audio is gonna stay good. Why? Because I'm wearing a lav mic. So what I have right here, this is called the Tascam DR10L. Now what this does, this is a portable recorder. Basically, you just keep it in your pocket, you run your lav mic up under your shirt, that way you're free to move around and do whatever you want, and you're still gonna be close to the mic and get good, awesome quality audio. Now another pro tip I have for you in terms of audio is this. You see a lot of people, once they try to mic up their lav mic, they got it clipped over here where you can see it. But the thing is, the best place for a lav mic is right on the chest. What I do, I just attach it to a piece of like, you can use shoestring, see, like a necklace. I got it around my neck and the mic is just clipped on right there. Whenever I'm ready to use this, I just put it on and just tuck it in and boom. So let's move on to the next topic. But before we do, go ahead and give me a fist bump. Whoa, whoops. So the next thing we're gonna be talking about is shaky video footage. If it looks like you're in the middle of an earthquake in the middle of your video and you can't hold the camera steady, nobody's gonna watch that video. It's gonna give people nausea. Now, what you can do, you have to turn on the IS, the image stabilization. Never put it on enhanced mode because it's gonna introduce all kinds of jiggles and warps. So just the normal IS is perfectly fine. So basically, once you turn on that IS, it's gonna take out the micro jitters and it's gonna improve your footage drastically. Now, one thing you wanna make sure of is that if you have the camera on the tripod, then you wanna turn off the IS because if you leave it on, it's gonna warp the image because it's looking for movement when there is none. But if you're gonna be hand holding it, you gotta turn on that digital IS. So the next thing we're gonna be talking about is color grading. You gotta use Cine Style. If you don't know what Cine Style is, I'll tell you. It's a flat picture profile that's free. It's made by Technicolor. You can download it and you can use it on your M50 to simulate C-Log, which is another flat picture profile that comes with Canon cameras, but it doesn't come with the M50. So once you have Cine Style and you shoot your footage, then in post, you can color grade it to give it that extra pop. Now, if you don't want to spend hours color grading, then what you need to do, you need to apply a LUT. What that is basically is just a filter that you apply to your footage. It's going to automatically give your footage a particular color vibe. And there's all types of different styles of LUTs and different colors. If you go to my website, fullancreative.com, you can download my LUT pack for $15. The only time you don't want to use Cine Style is when you don't have enough light. So you have to know the limitations of the M50. Although it's an amazing camera, if you give it enough light, as soon as it doesn't have enough light, the image is going to come out grainy and it's not going to look nice. And it's even worse if you use Cine Style without enough light, because what Cine Style does, it boosts up the shadows so you get more dynamic range, but you have to make sure that you have adequate light. If not, don't use Cine Style. In that case, what you want to do is just use the standard profile, and you can still add a LUT on top of that and do some minor color corrections. But if you want full flexibility, you got to make sure you're shooting with good exposure and proper lighting and use Cine Style. And the last thing is, make sure you're shooting in manual mode. That way you have control over your aperture, your shutter speed, your frame rate, your ISO, your picture profile, your white balance, all of that. Now, if you don't know what those things are, don't worry about it, because I made another video where I go into detailed explanation of what those things are and how to use them properly. And you'll see the thumbnail at the end of this video, so make sure to check that out if that's something you're interested in. Hit the subscribe button for me if you're interested in more content like this. Also hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. That's all I got for you. So until next time, peace.